Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear Araskans, last year in our first internal communications video, I talked about Arasco's mission, vision and values, and about the priorities and processes involved in our 2012 annual business planning exercise. This year, I would like to discuss the overall strategy for the company. Now, the word strategy is much used, many would say overused in business circles. But for us, it is a highly relevant word. Our strategy sets out a medium to long-term view of what we want to achieve and how we want to achieve it. The corporate strategy provides the context within which all of us in the business units and support units should develop our plans for 2013 and beyond. But before talking about the future, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to all of you for what we have already achieved in recent times. Arasco today is radically different from the company many of us knew some years back. We've grown, matured, and improved in so many ways, and our current situation provides the springboard for an ambitious future. That is not to say that we don't have a lot to do to improve further. We indeed have many areas and processes which need improvement. This is an opportunity. We are aware of the shortcomings, and many of the existing programs like INSEAD, Kafa'at, the new HR policies, and others are focused on solving them in a holistic manner. Remember, we're students of the business. This is one of our values, which encourages learning and creativity. But this is also not an excuse for repeating the same mistakes. Our shared philosophy is that we will never stop learning until the end of our lives. We're always learning, growing, and improving to become better human beings and to nurture a great organization. As the graph clearly shows, in the last few years, we've almost doubled our sales. This comes against a background of great economic turmoil in most parts of the world. We can rightfully take pride in our success. As the graph also vividly shows, we have only just started. Our strategy is clear. We plan to double our sales again in few years. Some units will grow faster than others. This is partly about where we allocate investment in developing the business capacity and partly about growth potential. Our foods and feed businesses will both spearhead that growth. Our other businesses will support the development as well and help balance the portfolio. Many of you will know that we have chosen to describe our strategy across all parts of Arasco by developing a strategy map as part of the balanced scorecard methodology. This is in line with our objective of using the balanced scorecard as the only strategic management system across Arasco. As you can see from the diagram, the strategy map is a simple diagram which outlines the results we want to achieve and the objectives we will work on to achieve those results. The arrows illustrate the cause and effect relationship running from the bottom, drivers, to the top, results. In recent months, we've updated the strategy map for the company as a whole. I would like to talk you through the map, and I hope that this provides us with a good overview of what our company wants to achieve in the coming years and how it plans to realize these ambitions. Before discussing strategy, let me emphasize a key theme inherent in what we're discussing today. The real challenge of strategic management is not planning, but execution. In other words, actions matters, not talk. Implementing the approved plan is key to delivering what we promise to our stakeholders within and outside Arasco. One of the key disciplines that we want to see strengthened across Arasco is the determination to deliver what we promise. There is no question that we're getting better, but we also have to recognize that we have a long way to go. Generals make plans, but it's the soldiers on the field who actually fight the battle. Executing our strategy is not something mysterious done by senior management. Everyone within the company achieves it through relevant action on the ground. Hence, the challenge inherent in all the business plans that you will be developing in the next month or so will be to ensure that all members of our team know three things. 1. What the company as a whole wants to achieve. 2. What the specific business or corporate unit or department need to achieve to support the overall strategy. 3. what must each one of us do to contribute positively to the overall success? The process of linking together the goals and plans, which we like to call alignment, is a key for business success, and everyone who's in a management or supervisory position has a role to play in leading their teams this way. In other words, we're working together as a team, all pointing in the same direction. In achieving our organizational goals, we also contribute to the kingdom's success and sustainability. Arasco is not just a classic capitalist shareholder value business following the relentless pursuit of making profit and more profit. Instead, we seek to balance the long-term interests of all stakeholders, a balance between food security for the nation and a reasonable return for all vested stakeholders, including our customers, the community we operate in and serve, our people, that is you, our suppliers, and our creditors who support our business. And of course, our stakeholders, including our owners, the shareholders who rightfully expect a reasonable return on their investment. But I can tell you very clearly that the view from the boardroom is to achieve a sustainable balance that is in everyone's long-term interest. So for those of you directly involved in the business planning exercise of 2013, please keep in mind the question: do our plans represent sensible wins for all our stakeholders? Returning to the strategy map for Arasco, I intend to spend the rest of my time in this short video message in explaining what are the key components of your company's strategy. Starting at the top, the outcome we aim for is to deliver value in a sustainable way to our shareholders. I want to be very clear on this subject because it can easily be misunderstood. Without delivering value in a sustainable way to our shareholders, we will not achieve the sustainable balance that is in everyone's long-term interest. Moving down the strategy map at the corporate headquarters, we're focused ultimately on two key enablers of value. Firstly, in managing the portfolio of businesses that together comprise Arasco, and secondly, in developing our brand and image in the minds of relevant stakeholders. Historically, Arasco was focused solely on the feed business. In more recent time, the company has decentralized and diversified. Our future strategy has two dimensions. Firstly, we aim to change the balance of the current business mix by reducing our dependence on feed. And I say this against a backdrop of major growth plans for the feed business. The foods business is the essential second pillar, which will provide balance and reduce the risk in our corporate portfolio. What are the benefits of working together to achieve more than we can individually? What we like to call in business terms synergy. Perhaps an easier description is 1 + 1 = 3. Where should we invest to achieve a balanced, long-term, sustainable outcome? Our major focus right now is developing the foods business. Clearly, there is a major potential in this business, an important linkage or synergy with feeds. This is a huge investment by the company and its shareholder. And the challenge for everyone in the foods business is to create a successful and sustainable business. The board and I are confident this can be done, but there is much ground to be covered. Secondly, we aim to develop entirely new businesses that can align with existing Arasco activities and where there are further potential synergy benefits. For example, recently, developments in shipping, where we have entered a joint venture with the public company Bahri to create a joint venture called Bahri Dry Bulk, with the intent of strengthening our raw material supply chain as well as create additional efficiencies and savings from operating our own ships. In the 21st century, brand and image are crucially important success factors for any organization. We are obviously not in the business of creating another Coca-Cola or Apple brand, but our image, reputation, and brand matter at many levels, including with the government, which provides us with much support, as well as our key customers and suppliers and other key stakeholders. The brand strategy is currently being developed and clarified, and more will be communicated at a later stage. These 6 processes lay out where we need to excel as a corporate. if we're to be successful in delivering value to our various stakeholders. As businesses grow and develop, it is critical for them also to strengthen their internal capabilities. And we're doing just that. To help us manage and prioritize matters, we had a governance review conducted by Ernst & Young earlier this year, using the Capital Market Authority (CMA) guidelines as our base point. As expected, this review has highlighted numerous shortcomings, and we've now agreed on a roadmap of initiatives for improvement scheduled through to December 2014. The strategy of operational excellence will likely have the most visible impact for many of you as we drive forward with improving our systems and processes to achieve better and more reliable customer service and much-needed internal efficiency improvements. We're about to launch a very important strategic initiative called INSEAD to help us become operationally excellent. There will be an Kafa'at is another key strategic initiative that will help us achieve excellence in talent management. Kafa'at is being led by HRD and represents a commitment by the board and top management in investing in you and your colleagues. You are the future of this business. I hope this short video was helpful to all Araskans in understanding the overall direction and ambitions of your company. I asked OSM to follow up with regular communication briefings on our progress and provide more specific information regarding specific elements of our future strategy. We're building a great company for all our stakeholders, and this includes you. Let's go and do it in the right earnest. Thank you.